Hello, welcome back to IT Landy PowerShell course. Uh, Previously, uh, we have covered a few modules and then we stopped for a while and now we're back. And just a quick recap to what we have covered so far. So, the course outline was Module 1, Getting Started with Windows PowerShell, Module 2, Intro to Windows PowerShell, 3. Overview about the objects and variables. 4. Pipelines and formatting. 5. Data structure and export import. 6. PowerShell scripts and functions, modules. Then we move toward, so we have 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then I've introduced 12 as well, which is the new CMD in Server 2016. So we're still sort of halfway through, but for today, the main focus will be around Module 12, and this is around CMD in Server 2016. Here we go. Module 12, New Windows PowerShell and CMD for Server 2016. So, uh, in relation to that module, we're going to cover the following. With the release of 2016, that was like nearly like a couple of years now. I couldn't find the right resource. That's why I thought, okay, let's just come up with something just to show what Microsoft has improved, on these 2016 servers. So, new PowerShell CMD in Server 2016, and we compare it to the 2012. So again, get-commands very handy, and you can type what's basically features. In our scenario for this module, so we're going to cover most of the services like AD, DNS, DHCP, GPOs, and so on, storage and the rest. And with a little bit, skill around programming, you can come up with sort of like a proper, comparison and differences between the two modules. So just nowadays it's very easy. I've used again Azure. I've built a couple of VMs, Server 2016 and 2012, and I ran through the commandlet to come to see what exactly has been changed, and making sure we do sort of like comparison between the two. You can write an XML output, you can compare the XML output, you can use maybe, I basically prefer Notepad++. You can import the two files and just do comparison, and you highlight the new modules basically. You can use scripting, you can use even, plugin tools, whatever tools you're convenient with, you can utilize it for this comparison basically. So let's jump to the first part, and you can see the first part. This is what the structure will look like for the rest of the sessions. So modules, new CMD LED, and 2016 and 2012. Later on, we'll cover like a comparison between them within relation to services as well as the PowerShell. So as you can see here, with relation to Active Directory, ADRMS admin, app lockers, there are no new sort of differences. You can see the numbers for AD 3147, 22, 21 for the ADRMS, same thing for app locker 5. But for the Apex, we do have some improvement. So it's 8 new commandlets. You can see from 6 we jump to 14. That will give us an option for add -apex volume, dismount apex volume, get -apex default volumes, get -apex volumes itself, and mount apex, move it, remove, and set apex default volume. So these are the 8 new commandlets which you can utilize around the apex. Next is BitLocker, bit transfer, branch cache, and CIP policy, convert from CIP policy, clustering, and config CI. So no major changes from the top 5 or 6. And the CI policy, we have a new one. It did not exist in the 2012, and on 2016 you can see there's a new one. Best practices for BitLocker 13, bit transfer 13, no changes. Bit branch cache 32, no changes. CMDlet, no changes. CI policy, new one, it's a new feature on 2016. Clustering, nothing new, but config CI 10 new. This is part of the creating policies, whitelisting, blacklisting policies, and you can see edit CI policy, get CI policy info, get system drivers, merge, new policy, CI policy, new CI policy rules, remove and set HBCI policies or options, and set rules options. Again, these are new options. Let's we move on to the next part. Here we go, Defender. A long improvement on Defender. You can see 0 2012. Now we got 11 on 2016, and we'll get even more. This include add-np preferences, get-np computer status, get np preferences, get np threat, get np threat catalog, threat detection, remove np threat, and set np preferences. Also, you can do np scan and update the signature. These are the Defender's new commandlet. Next is the DFSN, DFSR. No new improvement for DFSN. Some nice improvement around defragmentation for the DFSR. You can see it used to be 42, and here we go 45, 3 new improvements. So get-DFSR delegation, granting delegation, and revoking delegation. And no changes for the DFSN, still 23. DSCP servers, no new improvement, 121, like the 2012. Direct access CLI, again no improvement. And DSIM, yes, there are 4 new improvement or new PowerShell commands. The first one is add-Windows capabilities, expanding Windows custom data image, and getting Windows capability and remove Windows capabilities. Again, we will walk through all of these later on and show you what you will be seeing. The last part for today is around DNS Client and DNS Server. Plenty of new improvement. Look at the client side, 0, 17, 17, but for the server I have 21 new policies or PowerShell commandlets. Starting with add, getting, remove, and set. Add, I've got 5. Add DNS server client subnet, add DNS server query, add DNS server recursion, and zone scope, and zone transfer. Then disable DNS server policy or enable the policy. Then you go another 5 or 6, get DNS server client, subnet, query, recursion, zone, scope, and same thing applied to the remove client, subnet, query, recursion, zone scope, zone transfer, and the same applied to the set option. Set DNS server client subnet, set DNS server query, recursion policy, set DNS server recursion scope, and the last one is the zone transfer policy. Now, that's all what I had for you. A quick recap to what we have covered for this session. It was around the new improvement for server 2016 PowerShell modules. we cover so far: AD, DNS, DHCP, DFSR, DFSN, and Defender, and we've seen some of them are new to 2016, like the security side about device guard, credential guard, all the CI policies, and later on we'll cover more around it. Hopefully you have enjoyed this session, and I shall basically see you at another session. Thank you. Bye.